Hello everyone, and welcome to another Rohit Rohila video. Today we are going to talk about self-limiting beliefs. A lot of people don't know what self-limiting beliefs are, so if you've ever said any of these or something similar, these are self-limiting beliefs. And again, a self-limiting belief is just a belief that you have that limits you in some way. I'm not smart enough. I'm too old, too young, too fat, too out of shape, etc. I could never do that. I don't have the confidence to do that. I don't have what it takes to succeed. I'm terrible at managing my time. Taking risks always turns out bad for me. I'm just comfortable doing what I'm doing, and I like my life as it is. Successful people are just lucky. I deserve better. I'm just a slow learner. I don't like to read. My partner isn't supportive enough. Now, all the ones that I just read do something to your subconscious to let you know that you are not good enough in your current way. Even something that sounds positive, like I deserve better, is saying that I'm capable of a lot more. However, I'm not being recognized for that, and so I'm gonna back off. The two that I hear the most, one, I don't like to read, and two, I don't have a supportive girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. Now, one of them, with the I don't have the supportive spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, what that's doing is that's pitting the blame on someone else. That's saying I could be more successful in life, but you see, it's not my fault. It's really so-and-so's fault. And the other one, that I don't like to read, is gonna hold you back as well. A recent study found that if you read 3 books on any topic, you are now an expert in that topic compared to 99% of the population just from 3 books. If I read 3 books on cooking with bell peppers, I'm now an expert in that field. If I read 3 books on how to vacuum a house, I'm now an expert on how to vacuum a house. But most people say they don't like to read. And why is that? It's because they think back to when they were growing up, when we were forced to read, when we had to study for a test. And that's what we get into the mindset of on what reading is. So how do you tackle self-limiting beliefs? I can tell you what I do when I'm coaching people. One client, because we were talking about what's the first impression that you give to people. And they were saying, you know, I'm horrible at remembering names. I've always been really bad at that. And so I went up to him, I was like, okay, what if I gave you $1,000 to remember the next person that you meet? Could you remember that person? And they were like, yeah, of course. And the next 5 after that, $1,000 for each of them. Could you remember their names? And of course the answer was yes. Now what changed? All of a sudden now this person's talking about remembering all these people, whereas before they just admitted that they weren't good at that. What changed is the self-limiting belief. See, that person had always gone about saying that I'm not good with names, I'm not good with names. And so they would meet someone new, and what their subconscious say? I'm not good with names, so it's not important enough to remember. How do you tackle these self-limiting beliefs? Well, first off, if you ever find yourself saying any of the ones that I mentioned earlier, ask yourself when you started feeling that way. So if you feel like your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, fiance, isn't that supportive of you? When did you first start feeling that way? What did the other person do? What did you do? What was your reaction to what the other person said or did? Because that's when you formulated that belief. And if I say I'm not good with money, money comes in and money goes out, and at the end of the month I have more month than money, when did I first start thinking that? Another popular one I hear all the time is I'm just comfortable with my life. Now, I'm here to challenge those people and say, no, these are self-limiting beliefs. Now, why is that a self-limiting belief? If there was no such thing as money and you could live in any house that you wanted, would you still pick the house that you're in right now? If you could live anywhere in the world, travel anywhere, have your ideal job, would this still be it? Think about your relationship with your kids. Think about your relationship with your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. Is this the ideal relationship for you? And if it's not, what you're doing is you're fooling yourself into thinking that it is. You're working so hard to convince yourself and convince others that this is really the life that you want, that you're not willing to dream anymore. You just accepted it. There's so many amazing dreams that we had as a kid, but as we grow older, we lose sight of that and we just accept things for the way that they are. And that is the greatest self-limiting belief that there is, because it's saying you don't deserve better. And the truth is you do. So challenge yourself. Think about it. When did you first start getting these self-limiting beliefs? What events happened that led you down this path? And think about what you really want. It's holding you back, but not just that, but it's robbing the world of who you could really be. So with that, thank you.